Hello viewers, let's talk about Jesus, our sacrificial lamb. Jesus, the sacrificial lamb. Jesus as the Messiah himself, who despite his power and position in the Trinity was tempted, suffered and gave his life to save us, is a two-in-one circumstance, temptation and exaltation to save the world. The greatest hero that conquered. Isaiah chapter 53 verse 3, he was despised and rejected, a man of sorrows, acquainted with deep grief. We turned our backs on him and looked the other way. He was despised and we did not care. He was pierced for our rebellion, crushed for our sins. He was beaten so we could be whole. He was whipped so we could be healed. In verse 7 to 10, he was treated harshly, yet he never said a word. He was led like a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep is silent before the shearers, he did not open his mouth. He had done no wrong and never deceived anyone, but he was treated like a criminal. But it was the Lord's plan to crush him and cause him grief. When his life is made an offering for sin, he will have many descendants. He will enjoy long life, and the Lord's good plan will prosper his hands. Finally, the last verse says, I will give him the honors of a victorious soldier, because he exposed himself to his demise. He was counted among the rebels. He bore the sins of many and interceded for rebels. The Bible said, the Son of Man must suffer many things. Luke chapter 9, verse 22 to 23. The Son of Man must suffer many terrible things. He said, he will be rejected by the elders, the leading priests, and the teachers of religious law. His life will be taken, but on the third day, he will be raised from dead. Then he said to the crowd, if any of you wants to be my follower, you must turn from your selfish ways. Take up your cross daily and follow me. We must share with Christ in suffering as followers of Christ. We are called as Christians to identify with his experiences. In Romans chapter 8, verse 17 to 18, and in 2 Corinthians 1, verse 5. His word also clarifies that the more we suffer for Christ, the more God will shower us with his comfort through Christ. Who else is immune of suffering as a living creature? None. Even animals suffer it. It must be clearly expressed that suffering is not the end of life, but the final aim of God for humankind. Rather, in it, there is a realization of an expected destination, an end that is everlasting, that if we do not misuse the freedom of life given to us. We have Esther's story in the Bible with such passion, narrating her willingness to risk her life for the salvation of the Jewish nation. This presents us with the same picture of Jesus Christ, who sacrificed himself for the human race from the power of sin and Satan. She declared and dedicated 3 days for fasting, along with the people, after which she goes before the king in order to change the narration and plot set against them by Haman without invitation, not minding if the king fails to hold out his gold scepter towards her as a tradition, then she will lose it. But victory was theirs when she obtained favor, after which they established festival of Purim in memory of their freedom from death as Haman planned. And all was written down in record. Find the story in the book of Esther, chapter 4 to 10.